Hey, you. Yeah, you. You didn't stumble here by chance, so let's talk. My name is Tyanne, but a lot of people call me Taj, and I'm most known for my loud New York personality and my unfiltered opinions. The Melanated Mindset is a safe space for unpopular opinions and heated debates amongst a diverse melting pot of those of us that classify as a melanated millennial. And I don't care if you got a lot of melanin, just a little bit of melanin, or hell, you just melanated by association. Everybody is welcome. Now, I can't speak for y'all, but after seeing what being an adult is really about, nah, I got some things to say. And I know y'all do too. So let's talk about it. Because what's really going on?
What is up, y'all? And welcome to episode 1 of the Melanated Mindset. Wow, it feels crazy to actually be saying that on mic. Y'all don't even know. This has been such a long time coming. Like all of my friends and people close to me know, I have been wanting to start a podcast for what seems like ages. Honestly, I'm not even being dramatic. It has literally been years. I know what made me finally take the leap. After the year we all had in 2020, listen, in 2021, we doing whatever the hell we want. We doing whatever the hell makes us happy, whatever brings us joy, all of that, and then some. I guess I will start with the introduction, even though I'm sure that most of y'all listening to this, y'all already know who I am. But for those of y'all who don't, my name is Tyanne. A lot of people call me Taj. It's just a high school nickname that stuck that I actually kind of really like. But either or is fine. I am 25 years old. I wonder, y'all, are people my age saying how old they are? Because I don't think I'm at the age where I care if people know my age. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I'm not old enough to care yet. And I just want to throw my age out there just so we can have a baseline demographic. I know a lot of y'all that are listening to this are going to be older or younger than me, give or take a few years. But for the most part, we're all around the same age. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, where they killed Biggie. Nah, let me stop. If you know, you know. I am married. Shout out to you, babe. I have been married for almost 8 years. So for those of y'all that don't feel like doing the math, yes, I got married when I was 18 years old and my husband was 20. I know. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother episode. Just hold on. I got to ease y'all into it. Just got to tell y'all a little bit about myself. I am a mom. We have a beautiful son. His name is Xavion. He's almost 1 year old. I cannot believe I've kept him alive for almost a year. Pat's back because if you're a parent, you know, just keeping him alive, that's a whole daily struggle. I guess it's also important for you guys to know that my husband is in the military. He's in the Army because I think that plays a significant role in how our life kind of spun out. And that's just a quick little summary about myself for those of y'all that don't know me. Y'all will get to know me a little bit better and on a more personal level as the episodes progress. This is just my first episode. I really don't want it to be super long. I just want it to be an intro into who I am, what this is, what it's about, what are we here for? What is the melanated mindset? And to be quite honest, if I'm being super frank, y'all, this is somewhere for me to come and talk my shit. Okay. Disclaimer, mom, dad, I'm sorry. I promise I am going to actively do my best to try to not just be on here cussing like a sailor and to make people think that y'all just raised this heathen because y'all didn't. Y'all did a great job, but, we'll see. For the most part, I'm going to try to keep it PG-13. But yes, this is just a place for me to come unwind, talk about the things that I talk about in my friend group that I feel like everybody talks about in their friend groups. It's just everybody's talking about things amongst their friends, but like as a collective, as a whole, as a community, as a culture, we're not talking about things like financial knowledge and financial freedom and infertility and being married young. Like, this is not stuff that let's be honest, people in our community, and when I say our community, whether that be the brown and black community, the young community, the military community, these are all taboo that nobody wants to touch. But that's what I'm going to do, because we all be talking about them anyway. So let's just come together and talk about them together. Right? But I just want this to be a safe space for unpopular opinions. I want to respect everybody's opinions and thoughts. And I want y'all to respect my opinions and thoughts, because let's be honest, that's honestly what this is. It's really just a place for me to come give my opinion on things. But I want it to be a conversation. I just don't want to be up here talking, especially to myself. So I would greatly appreciate it if y'all engage with me in the comments. Y'all leave a review. Tell me how y'all like the podcast. And just converse with me. I want us to have heated debates. I want us to share life experiences. I want us to learn cultural lessons. I want to bring self-awareness, because let's be honest, a lot of what's going on in the world, like, yeah, the world is tripping, but we be tripping too individually. We can't change the world unless we change ourselves, right? Cliche as it sounds, I get it now. You get what I'm saying? And now that you guys kind of have a synopsis of what the Melanated Mindset is and what this podcast is going to be about, I want to tell y'all a little bit about why, like what made me want to start a podcast. And I want to start with just asking y'all one question. Is this the life you imagined? Is this the life that you imagined? Like, be for real, be honest, be dead ass. The life you living right now, today, when you hearing this, is that how you thought your life was going to be? Because if you say yes, I feel like, you lying. No. Because there's no way, y'all, a pandemic, like no toilet paper, no going outside. You know how our parents used to be like, outside not going nowhere? It did. There's no way y'all about to sit here and lie and tell me that y'all pictured this. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there are some people that, pandemic or not, they were still getting to the bag. They were still making things happen. And literally, kudos, shout out to all of you, all the essential workers, frontline workers. Like, y'all was doing the damn thing. This is where y'all thought y'all was going to be? Like, this where y'all thought y'all individually was going to be? Us as a whole, as a people, as a community? Did y'all really think that this is how life was going to be? Because if I'm being honest, you know how when you're a little kid, everybody has dreams and aspirations, and I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. Like, we all had that. Like, I had that. I wanted to be a lawyer when I was a little girl. But if I'm being honest and frank, I had a dream for my life. I knew I wanted the husband. I knew I wanted the house and the kids and the blah, blah, blah. But I could never see myself having those things. And this is not to say like I didn't think that I deserved them or I wasn't working hard enough to get them. I honestly just could not picture what my future was going to look like. It was just blank. Like, I can't be the only one that felt like that. So I guess if we're looking at the glass half full, I can't really be disappointed, right, that this is how it turned out when I didn't really have expectations. But looking at the glass half empty, even if I would have had some type of inkling of what my life was going to be like, this is definitely not what I would have imagined. And I want to say I'm very confident in saying that I know I'm not the only person that feels like that. And it's just like, after all that we have been through, I really just need somewhere to come, decompress, and release. And that is what I want this space to be. That is what I want the Melanated Mindset to be. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that I feel like don't get discussed enough. But that's okay, because we're going to start those conversations. And I want to put a little pin in it by saying, like, I am going to be talking about touchy subjects, in the sense that, like, I really and truly, let me just put it out there. Episode 1, from this point forward, nothing I say is with the intentions to offend anybody or any group of people or anything. However, can we just take a step out of that disclaimer real quick? And can we just agree that people be way too easily offended? Don't get me wrong. There are some really offensive people in the world, but I'm not one of them. I genuinely am not. I'm just very opinionated. And I just don't want nothing I say to be misconstrued as offensive. I also want to say another reason that I started this podcast is because I want to spread knowledge and awareness. Like, y'all, I don't know. The Virgo in me just likes to be super prepared and super organized. And life has been everything but organized and by the book. My life specifically, as I said, I'm only going to be speaking about my life because that's all that I know. Don't get me wrong, I have in no way, shape, or form had a super sad, depressing life. None of that. Because I know people that have it way worse than me, and I know there's always somebody out there that has it way worse than you. So I'm going to start by saying I am still very grateful for where I am, where my family is, having my health, my wealth, my strength to keep going. And if you got that, them 3 things, your health, your wealth, and your strength, you don't got to have a lot of those, but just if you got those 3 things, it's going to be all right. And we're going to make it to tomorrow because tomorrow's another day. And that's all you got to do is make it to the end of the day, every day. But I really just want to spread awareness and knowledge of the things that I felt like I had to learn on my own. Like, y'all, look at us. We wanted to be grown so bad. And now look at us, stressed out. Some of us got grades coming in. Some of us struggling to pay bills. Like, our parents told us life was hard. But I don't know about y'all, but my parents didn't specifically tell me what about life was going to be hard. And now I understand why, because it's just so much shit. It's so easy to let something slip your mind. But, like, why are we not learning that, like, keeping a good credit score, hard. Raising your credit score, hard. Doing your taxes, hard. Like, y'all see what I'm saying? It's just so much that I feel like I honestly had to learn at YouTube University, Google University, that it's ridiculous. When I feel like if someone had a platform like this to just sit and talk about what's really going on, if more people sat and did this, we would feel so much more connected to one another. You wouldn't feel so isolated. And as much as we would like to think, oh, this is only happening to us, this type of stuff only happens to us, it don't. It's millions and billions of people in the world going through exactly what you're going through. So why can't we just talk about it and help each other out? And honestly, we all have a story. Shit, I know I do. Like, if I would have had a camera crew follow me around from the moment I moved out of my mom's house when I was 17 to go to college up until now, y'all, my ratings would be through the goddamn roof. And that's not even on, oh, my life is real lit. It's really not. It's just life is crazy and things just come at you so fast. So we all have a story, and this is just how I'm choosing to tell mine. And I hope that y'all would choose to share some of y'all's with me as well. Also, some of us, we had a plan for our life, and then life happened. Or hell, we happened. Some of us got in our own way, and that's okay because, again, life happens. Shit happens. And we just rolling with the punches. We just kind of going with the flow. And I really just want to create a place where we can feel connected to one another through our life experiences. Because if everybody was to leave their pride at the door, their judgment at the door, and we all just came and sat at the table, you will realize you have so much more in common with strangers and people you've never met than you can even imagine. And I think that's why I think it was important for me to mention that my husband is in the military, he is in the Army, because we have met so many different people from so many different places. We have lived all over. And it's just like, I have made friends with people I probably wouldn't have even looked twice if I was still in Brooklyn. You get what I'm saying? We just are so stuck in our ways and stuck in our judgment and our pride that we can't connect to people on a genuine level, like a vulnerable level. And that's honestly where I feel like you make the strongest connections. You make the best friends when you're vulnerable. You find the best partner when you're vulnerable. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes those things go south and you feel real out there, real naked. But if we just did that a lot more, life would just be so much easier. And I guess that brings me to why I'm choosing to launch the day after Mother's Day, By the time you guys are hearing this, Mother's Day was yesterday. So I hope everyone who is a mom or a mother figure had a wonderful, beautiful Mother's Day. I hope you all did something very nice and meaningful for your moms and mom figures. And if you don't have one of those in your lives, that's cool too. I hope you spent the Sunday chilling, relaxing, either at work getting to the bag or just pampering yourself because you deserve it. But my reason for launching the Melanated Mindset after Mother's Day is because I feel like becoming a mom was my turning point. It was my come to Jesus, if you will. It was my growing into myself, my becoming a woman. The day I became a mom, every single thing about me changed. My emotional self changed, my mental self, my physical self, every aspect of Tyanne became a whole new person. From the moment I was admitted to the hospital to the moment that I walked out with my baby, totally different person, going in, then coming out. And I feel like that's a change that we expect. That's a change people talk about, but just not so much in detail like I plan to do. And that was just the day I brought my baby home. You know, it's the day I became a mom. It was such a revolutionary day. It was such a surreal day. And the Melanated Mindset, this podcast, it's my second baby. So it's only right that I launch after Mother's Day. So I went from a mom of one to mom of two. I have my own business. And here we are. And I really hope that you guys come back and kick it with me, chop it up with me, engage with me, and just talk about what's really going on in the world. Because I'm really just here to ask you, y'all, are you okay? How you doing? It's Monday. Everybody always has something to complain about on Monday. Everybody always got somewhere to be, something to do. And everybody just be dreading Mondays. And shit, if you not, please, can you tell me what the secret is? Because I need some. But Mondays are just so blah, you know? So that's why I decided that here I am. I'm going to come talk to y'all. I'm going to come check in with y'all every Monday. Hashtag Melanated Mondays. That is now. That is us. That's this. That's what next week Monday is going to be. So to just check in, just see how we doing, see where we at. Because I want to build a community of all different types of people, specifically brown and black people, because y'all, it's hard. Emotionally, we struggling out here, or I am, to just keep up with myself and my personal life and my friends and my family, and then also deal with the emotions of things that are going on in the world. It is a lot to decompress, but we gonna do it together. That's what I'm here for. That's what the Melanated Mindset is. As the name suggests, I want to pick the minds of melanated people. Tell me how you feeling. What's going on? Because I'm going to tell y'all how I'm going to feel. I'm telling y'all how I'm going to be doing. All of that. I want to end this first episode with our word of the day. I'm going to try to end every episode with the word of the day. And today's word of the day is going to be grace. Because I just feel like as melanated millennials, we don't give ourselves enough of it. We don't give ourselves enough credit for just making it to the end of the day. Just when you get to kick the shoes off, take the bra off, take the wig off, whatever you do, give yourself grace for making it through the day. That's something that I'm working on. That's something that I want y'all to work on. And don't just give yourself grace. Make sure you're giving grace to other people. Because you don't know what other people got going on. You never do. And by the things that we're going to be talking about in the podcast, it's going to be a lot of things about me that some of y'all that know me didn't even know, you know? So you really just never know what somebody has going on. So just give everybody some grace, give yourself some grace, and just take it one day at a time.
And on that note, if you made it this far, thank you for just rocking with me, kicking with me, chopping it up with me, all of that. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. The love, the support, it never goes unnoticed or unappreciated. And if you want to join the conversation in real time and share your personal thoughts and opinions, make sure you follow me on Instagram at the.melanatedmindset. That's where I'm going to be posting all the polls, the questions, the conversation starters, all of that. That's also going to be where you'll get to hear sneak peeks and previews into the episodes to come. It's going to be one hell of a ride. I hope y'all are ready. Until then, I'll see y'all same time, same place, next week for hashtag Melanated Monday. And remember, the goal is to be good and do good. Until then, peace, y'all.